Hello, good afternoon. I want to thank you all for attending this briefing regarding the hazardous materials response that the Washington Fire Department was dispatched to on July 12th, 2019. This hazardous materials incident was very significant to the city of Washington, to our community, and especially for the environment. There has been a tremendous outreach with questions and concerns surrounding this event, and I would like to let you guys know that there has been steps taken to mitigate these concerns, and I will be addressing some of those for you today. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, my name is John Needham. I'm the fire chief here at the Washington Fire Department. I've been in the fire service for 23 years, and I've been the chief here for the last 6 years. On July 12th, 2019, the Washington Fire Department was dispatched to the report of a train derailment. The train derailment was categorized as one that was involving hazardous materials once units arrived on scene. The largest hazard that presented itself at the time of arrival involved several rail cars carrying a variety of harmful and hazardous materials. Some of those materials were known to us as sodium hydroxide fluid solution and of caustic soda. The Washington Fire Department responded that day with the engine, 2 personnel, and the equipment that was readily available for that day. Per the National Fire Protection Agency Standard 1710, we are required to respond with a minimum of 4 personnel. We here at the Washington Fire Department have not yet met that standard, but we have been working diligently with our city council, our stakeholders, and the fire board to ensure that the department is adequately staffed and that they understand the needs of the department to ensure we stay compliant with this standard. We understand that being understaffed requires that certain situations be handled a lot slower than what they normally would be. Sometimes we are very unprepared or unskilled in a particular situation like we were that day. During our response, your firefighters took immediate action that was needed to save lives and property from this incident. Crews created a dam, dike, and diverting system that was used to keep the hazardous materials from continuing down the hill where the nursing home was in the direct path of. While the actions taken saved lives, we understood that we did create a significant environmental disaster. The materials did affect several species of fish when it entered into the waterway system. We here at the Washington Fire Department are lacking in the discipline and training in regards to handling hazardous materials responses. Since then, we have altered our training and we have taken a more proactive approach to increasing the necessary training, especially in regards to hazardous materials responses, due to a significant increase in these type of calls that this community has had over the last several years. This alone justifies the need for extra training for the increased number of calls and the need for properly trained staff. We have discovered during this response that we had a very significant violation of law pertaining to HAZWOPER, or the Hazardous Waste Operations and Emergency Response, which has set forth a guideline on how hazardous materials are, how they're supposed to be properly disposed of and handled. This violation occurred when crews made the necessary and critical life-saving decision to enter the hot zone of this immediate danger to life and health, or IDLH atmosphere, when they created the dam, dike, and divert to ensure that this did not impact the nursing home, where many of our residents are non-ambulatory or cannot move themselves. We do not have the proper staffing or the manpower or equipment to remove all the residents from that nursing home, so we had to issue a shelter in place. When members entered the hot zone without the proper PPE or proper personal protection equipment, they did not have the correct training or were not certified to the level of incident, that is when we violated the law. I, as a fire chief, take full responsibility for the lack of training. I do not encourage our members to violate any law, federal, state, or violate any of the standard operating procedures or guidelines that is set forth by this fire department. In this case, the members of the Washington Fire Department took the oath that they upheld the oath that they took to protect the community, lives, and property there within. I stand by the decision that our fire department took in order to keep the members of this community safe. I will be working with the community, our fire board, to ensure that we relay the needs of this department, to ensure that we are properly staffed, have the correct training and certifications so as this type of situation does not occur again. Or for when it does happen again, we are properly staffed and we have the adequate certifications and trainings. These goals that we are going to establish will be specific, they're going to be measurable. We're going to be able to attain them, we're going to be able to replicate these goals over time and ensure that they are done in a timely fashion. We do not want this to ever happen again. We want to make sure that all of our members of this fire department are adequately trained to the highest level that we possibly can. I will now open the floor to any questions or comments or concerns that you guys may have, and thank you for your time.